This Travis Scott Pusha T beef has the potential to be one of the biggest rap events of the year, as we could see one of the biggest artists of our generation, Travis Scott, put his career on the line and possibly ruin it. But in my opinion, there's one big thing that people are not thinking about when it comes to this battle, specifically in regards to Travis Scott. So let's break down everything that has to do with this, and then we'll get into what that thing is, starting with Pusha T's verse on So Be It. Now, Pusha T and Malice, or No Malice now I guess, Clip's upcoming album is slated to release sometime in January, and they've released 2 singles so far, Ace Trumpets and So Be It. And on So Be It, Pusha goes in on Travis. So let's start with the first line where he appears to diss Travis Scott. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride. So maybe I was a little slow, but I didn't really know what this meant until I kind of looked it up a little more. So I think this might, from my own judgment, be referring to kind of losing Kylie, Travis's ex, to like the LA lifestyle, and also, you know, took his pride because it was kind of an embarrassment for Travis when they broke up and all that. Obviously, the line after this refers to Utopia, making it very clear who he's talking about because of Travis's newest album, Utopia. And then we got the lip gloss line. Lip gloss poppin', she ain't need you to eat. Damn. So this is actually in reference to Kylie's beauty brand and basically talking about how, you know, she doesn't need Travis Scott to be successful. She's very successful on her own, and I guess possibly, you know, doing better after the breakup than she was with Travis. And then we got this bar about the video. I got the video, I can share it and AE it. So it's kind of unclear, you know, what this video is and what Pusha's referring to when he says that. But I guess a lot of people think it's a video of like Travis breaking down about Kylie or like crying, right? Which, when you really think about it, like, that's mad weird that Pusha has a video. Like, your boy was crying to you and you took a video of him crying? Are we serious? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, obviously I am a Travis Glazer. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I do love Pusha T as well, but it's like, that's a little weird, Push. You're taking videos of your boys cry. Like, that's a little weird, all right? We'll get into it, though. So then the other major thing that came out of Pusha T from this beef was his GQ interview. Now, first of all, this is crazy. Like, I've never seen a rapper double down like this on a rap beef before. Like, I've never seen a rapper diss somebody in a song and then go out and publicly clarify, like, yeah, it was him, you know, I dissed him for this and that reason. Like, that is, I mean, he stood on business. He stood on business. No matter how you feel about it, I can respect him for just standing on business. Like, he's saying it how it is, right? He's not trying to duck nothing. He's not trying to make anything ambiguous. Anyways, to sum the GQ interview up, Pusha basically talks about this studio session that he had with Pharrell, and Travis Scott basically interrupted it. It was during Paris Fashion Week, which, if you don't know, that fell, I think, like a month or so before the release of Utopia. And that piece of information will be important in 1 second. So basically, Travis started playing Utopia for them, and the way Pusha T describes it was basically like they were not vibing with it, which, like, that's cap. I know you were vibing. Like, Pusha T was probably trying so hard not to. He was probably like, you know what I'm saying, trying not to fucking nod his head and shit. Don't lie. Utopia is a great album. Don't fucking lie. It's better than It's Almost Dry. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. So he basically goes on in this interview to insult Travis, like, heavily. Basically saying he was doing a stupid dance and, like, saying he's like a monkey. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, this is actually crazy. But specifically, he mentions that Travis played Meltdown for them, but he left out Drake's verse. And if you don't know, Drake's verse basically pretty much openly disses Pharrell and talks about melting down his chains, all that. However, it's kind of a well-known fact that, and this is kind of something Drake does with Travis songs apparently, that Drake sent in his verse for Meltdown like a day before the album released, right? And I guess you could make the claim like, okay, well, Travis definitely still heard it and, you know, chose to put it on his album. But at the very least, it's like he definitely did not have Drake's verse on the song when he played it for Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Pusha goes on to call Travis a whore and saying he basically aligns himself with whoever is going to be most beneficial for Travis himself in the moment. He mentions Travis, you know, asking Future and Metro to play the Like That verse, which obviously this is Drake. And then on the flip side, you know, having a Drake feature on Travis's song that dissed Kanye and obviously dissed Pharrell, all that, when Travis is supposedly supposed to be friends with all these guys. Now that we've covered basically all the beef, let's get into what people are not understanding about this fight. So it's always been in my opinion that Travis kind of exists in his own field of rap. if you can even kind of call it that. He exists in a different, plane of music than rappers like Pusha T or Kendrick or those type of guys, even Drake. I've always kind of more, lumped him in with people like Kanye and Childish Gambino and artists kind of that do more artsy, kind of like more creative. Not to say that Pusha T and Kendrick aren't creative, but you like more kind of artsy type music than just rap music. Not to mention, all three of those artists are not necessarily known for their lyrical ability. They more rely on production or, in Travis's case, a lot of auto-tune, crooning, stuff like that, that more creates a vibe from their music and not really, fucking hard bars. You know what I'm saying? People talk about rap as a sport, it's a battle sport, whatever. And in my opinion, Travis is playing a different sport, which is why I think Travis should not respond to Pusha T in this instance. Not only because, as I said before, he's in a different field, I feel like he doesn't need to respond. Like, he's not in this rap sport. He plays a different game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does not have to prove himself lyrically. He's never been known for a lyricist. Nobody expects him to be one. He shouldn't have to bust out with some crazy, euphoria type diss. He shouldn't have to, go, oh, don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell the truth about you. He shouldn't have to do that. And let alone, I don't even think I know for a fact he definitely cannot do that. And that brings me to another point. Pusha T would destroy Travis. Pusha crushed Drake, and Drake has infinitely more lyrical ability, than Travis does. Maybe Travis could make like a little hit or something, like I couldn't even imagine the type of diss track that Travis Scott would make. Like, what is that shit sounding like, right? Like, maybe it would top the billboards, but it is not, gaining you any notoriety or, acclaim in this fight. Now, I do want to get it out of the way that I do love Pusha T. I love his music, and it's sad to see, two artists like this fighting. I wish we could all be friends, which, like, Pusha T is literally mad at Travis for that exact thing. And maybe I'm just biased, maybe I'm just a Travis Scott glazer. I am. But it's like, I don't see it as such a bad thing. Travis is just he's just trying to be friends with everybody, bro. He's just trying to be a friendly dude. And honestly, like, low-key, wouldn't it be so nice if Travis came out and was like, yo, Push, like, it's okay, bro. Like, let's just patch it up, right? Like, what if you just tried to work it out? Wouldn't that be such a wholesome conclusion? But really, I see everybody mad at Pusha T, for, oh, he's just trying to promote his album. He's just doing this for, attention and whatever. No shit. Like, exactly. But it's like, aren't you glad? Like, this is entertaining stuff, right? Like, I'm making a video on this, right? Like, you're watching the video on it. Like, this is great stuff. This is what, we need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is great. Even though I think Travis shouldn't respond, I appreciate the fact that, like, shit's going on, rap is back in the news, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I am very excited for this new Pusha T album, or this new Clips album. I wasn't a big fan of Ace Trumpets, but So Be It is a banger for sure. So I'm definitely excited for this album because of, all of this beef and this media attention that's surrounding this, upcoming release. And there's also been reports, of Travis responding soon, which, please, please watch this video, Trav. Please, bro, don't fucking respond. Please don't do that. I hope that's not true. Although I will definitely be curious to see what he would do. Like I said, like, I could not imagine a Travis Scott diss track. I just can't imagine it. He's got to pull some crazy ghostwriter in because I don't see what he could do. But if that does happen, I will definitely make sure to make a video on it. So stay tuned, and please subscribe, please comment. I respond to every comment. I heard every comment. So go ahead, do all that. I appreciate y'all watching to the end, and I hope y'all are enjoying this, this beef, this battle, this back and forth. I guess it's not a back and forth yet, as much as me. So I love y'all. Good night.